A country forgotten by many people, but that has caught the world's attention when it comes to quality tourism that's affordable, diverse, and full of history. Today, I continue my journey through Georgia, and we're going to explore the countryside of this country. After all, what is life like and what is there outside the capital, Tbilisi? So I take the highway, leaving the country's largest city. This here is a bus station in the capital of Georgia. So if you want to go to several cities, there are several vans that leave from here, you'll see. Many foreigners and travelers come here because these are the iconic vans Soviets used to travel between cities. It's just a bus station. None of them are very attractive, right? The one in Campinas looked great after renovation. Credit to Campinas. Filming discreetly with my phone here, just so you get an idea. There's a pharmacy, a cell phone store, and here is our van, the Red Star. This place here is the largest winery in Georgia. There are 7,700 meters of tunnels connected in 15 different ways, and this place provides the perfect climate. From 12 to 20 degrees all year round, 50 to 75% humidity, which is perfect for what they do. The Georgian wines that we love so much, my son, you barely even knew about Georgian wine until... Never mind. Now I'm a fan. Now I'm a fan of Georgian wine, which you can see here is really good. Well, we're learning a bit about the process of how it was made. This tunnel started being built in the Soviet Union in the 1950s. It took 4 years to be completed. A lot of people say it would be used as a bunker, as a shelter, in case a bigger war happened, especially because we're talking about the period after World War II. However, for many years this place was abandoned, and in 2006 a company bought these tunnels from the Georgian government. And then they created this beautiful winery for travelers to visit. What a story. Wine is just too good, a perfect combination. So what did they do? They used to stomp the grapes here, stomp, stomp, stomp. They'd stomp, sing, have fun, then pour it over there. Okay, part 2, let's go.
Boys, Dania, not alone, a philosopher's name for a drink. Here in Georgia, so that's the main difference. Here on the surface, the phenomenon lasts 6 months, and after those months, they remove it. Of course, nowadays it's done differently, but traditionally with this instrument.
Look there, and the wine? They used to take it with this snake shell when the wine was ready, fermented. After 6 months, they would take it and serve it. In this bowl here, girl, this bowl here, we even see Mother Georgia there in Tbilisi, holding this here, a sword, right? This is where they really drank the wine. It wasn't in a glass. Glasses came later. With the westernization here in Georgia, glasses started to become the way they drank wine. Before it was all in these little bowls. They have someone with a specific name in charge of making toasts everywhere, and when he tells you to toast, you must do it at night. Now we'll have dinner with a local family, and I'll share some Georgian tradition.
Grapeseed seed. This first wine we're going to try is a cuvevri wine made using the traditional Georgian method.
But there's no way we could come here and not try the famous Georgian wine, right? Let's see. I like this wine. It's really different from the white wine we're used to, from the more famous Brazilian grapes like Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc. It's not really similar. No, it's quite different. They say it's because the skin ferments together for a long time, making its color really yellowish. Let's try this one now.
It's a
wine. It's a wine. It's a wine. Enjoy. Cheers. Cheers to Marjo. Cheers in Georgian. Let's continue. Georgia is very famous for its unique cuisine. When you come here, make sure to try the main dishes of this country. There is a lot of influence here from the Middle East, Russia, and the Mediterranean. Please try the khachapuri when you come here. Also try kinkali, which is very typical, and badrijani nikvzit, which are grilled eggplant rolls with a walnut paste. My friend, this is delicious. And of course the church kella that I'm making in this video.
Just 2 ingredients and we can make this kind of ice.
I showed you in another video, it looks like a big sausage hanging in the streets, but actually it is walnuts with a grape dough like this, look.
Melt a little sugar and spread it like this.
Make a churchkela. This is nothing more than walnuts on a string, which they dip in this cream. Here, it's just flour and grape. That's it. No sugar, nothing else. Look, then they come with the spoon here. They cover the churchkela, and then it turns into this thing that looks like sausage, right? But it's not. It doesn't smell like anything. It's strong, but not really. And it looks ugly, right? I'm bad in the kitchen, but today I really outdid myself. With just 2 ingredients, I still made something ugly. Let's go. Afterwards, you have to leave it hanging for an hour before you can eat it. If you want to wrap it up and store it, you should leave it hanging to dry for at least a week. They hang it here, look, on this kind of little clothesline. It worked really well. No, guys, I can do everything right except cook. In this life, I wasn't born for that. I was born to travel, to eat and travel. It's bread time. Time to learn how to make Georgian bread here. Georgia, their cuisine is really based on flour here. The excess liquid here really isn't a very nice thing. It's a tough place to be liquid here. They love flour. That's what they're focused on. Lavash. Okay.
That's enough.
The kitchen is already making all this bread, and I'm lucky to eat it.
Just became a vlogger. Now you have to make it.
No, don't care. Okay, hold for me. He didn't pay attention to anything she said, guys. That she spit on the bread.
It don't squish, just roll it.
Wet your hand a bit like this, see? Here.
Uh-huh, it's already wet. Wow, that's good. Look, now it's gonna stick. That's it.
She pushes and it sticks to the wall.
So now I have to do it. Press one corner and punch it with your hands. You
Press
with the palm of your hand punch it, yeah.
like this.
Like this, okay.
Okay, all right. Roll down.
Guys, uglier for sure. Look, congratulations, a score of 2 and the bread is ready. My son, look how it turns out, how cute that thing is, my son. Georgia, land of gluten.
Take the plate to the wing and the salt.
We're going now to a very special place for lunch. We arrived and I had no idea, but today I would have one of the most magical experiences of my entire life. I simply went to have lunch inside the home of a Georgian family, but it's not just any family, no, I'm talking about a family that still has very little contact with globalization. They maintain ancient traditions where the patriarchs served in the Red Army during the former Soviet Union. And today they grow 100% of everything they serve here to travelers, welcoming them with open arms. Not just to eat, but also to learn a lot about Georgian culture. Besides the food, which I didn't even know yet would be some of the tastiest of my life, it was one of the days with the greatest cultural exchange I had on this trip. Hello?
Parashu Tomas is being welcomed today by Eastman House, Wine House.
No, he's not German, but since he lived in a time when English wasn't as widespread as it is today, he ended up learning a lot more German. So, besides speaking Georgian and Russian fluently, which is the language our guide, Rodrigo from Estrela Vermela Viagens, used so that we could understand everything, he also speaks a bit of German.
He lives here, and his ancestors also lived here. This house is over a century old. He has a vineyard, and his family traditionally grows grapevines and makes wine. His father worked here at a wine factory in this region. His father taught him everything he knew about the wine business, and he taught his own children. He said that now his children know more about wine than he does and drink better wine than he does. They even appear in a Japanese travel guide about Georgia. Do you want to show us? This is his daughter, Tika, and here he is, featured in the guide.
Thomas.
The awards they've won, the awards their wine has won. We're winemakers, tea makers.
Oh, nice. The Georgian, the basement of the house where they store and make the wines, is one of the most sacred places. Mr. Tomas, who owns this place, said that his family has been making wine for a long time. He can't even say since when, and this is where the magic happens. Look, here there are 2 barrels, one of 300 and another of 200 liters. This is a more modern press that they have, and they do everything themselves. They make jams and even cachaça from wine leftovers. After decanting, they use the remains to create a type of cachaça, which he finds cool. They take great pride in their history. We can see here in several pictures where they celebrate the union of the family through wine, and that's something amazing here in Georgia. For them, wine is something, it's an intrinsic heritage. It's something that's deeply part of their lives, of their origins. They are very happy and proud to share this with visitors. Look at the typical soups from his wine cellar, from the gentleman.
Sometimes he's Tamanda, the master of toasts. And of course, the master of toasts goes with the biggest of the cups. He puts some wine inside, makes a toast, and drinks. This one is from a wild goat. He said this one isn't very big.
My God,
It's only half a glass. No need to worry. You can drink it.
we've already set the table here because yes, we're going to eat at their house. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the day I was in Transnistria, that country that doesn't exist, which is inside Moldova. I went into the house of a family who welcomed me really well. They were super nice. She looks just like a Soviet lady, this grandma, right? And the house was even kind of similar. Who saw the Transnistria video? If you haven't seen it, watch it. Their garden, the details were the same style, you know? It reminded me a lot, though it was a smaller place without grapevines. There are grapevines up here. Oh, hi, Sofissima, super friendly. And they've been receiving visitors here for 8 years, but actually this is the house where the family has grown for generations. This is the house where they really live. They actually live here. If you want to visit, contact the Estrella Vermelha staff who scheduled my tour, and you can arrange with them. I can also share my Instagram if you want. The tour is happening now. I stopped to talk to you guys for a bit, and here, look, the grapevines, look how cool this is. It's something very artisanal. Even today, they're still growing. The gentleman said that they even got more technological machines, but they insist on keeping the process more manual. Here's something interesting I mentioned in Chile and Argentina at the wineries. They plant a rose at the start of vineyards because it's very sensitive. So if there's any disease, any pest, anything like that, the rose will be the first to feel it. That way there will be time to save this beautiful plantation. Look, tasting a little grape here. Look, there are a lot of grapes. Their harvest is around September. Wow, it's still green. And it's right here next to the vines where they have the barbecue. Look at that. It's almost like something from the south of Brazil, right? I'm not from the south, so if anyone from there is watching, feel free to correct me. I think people from the south make a hole in the ground, right? It's not exactly a hole, but here they also cook the meat right on the ground. And now we're going to eat this food with plenty of Georgian wine, which we just can't resist, right? Look at the table the family prepared for us with such care, so many fresh, organic, and local things. This is where they used to drink the wine we'll have today. They still enjoy white wine in this glass. My God, we're gonna drink the whole piala. But they took it very seriously here, like for health, here's the toast, right? Go Marius, go Marius, go Marius, go Marius. Let's try the food here. It's like a kebab on a skewer. You just take it and put it on your plate. There are several options: meat, chicken, and some salad. My beetroot is here. My dear vegetables here are very tasty, very flavorful because of their soil. Look, cheese and potato, and let's try this cheese with the salad here. It really feels like a Greek salad, right? If you haven't seen our Greece series, you should. It's a complete Greece and Italy series. The director is really cool. I'm amazed. Wow, this is the best food I've had. Seriously, their food is amazing. The cucumber is so delicious. Let's keep exploring Georgia. There's so much to see. More food just arrived at Hachapuri, my friend. This traditional bread is filled with cheese and looks like a mini pizza, very filling. And this famous cha-cha, should I try it? Should I? Oh Jesus, this is something you have to try, man. It's 50% fermented grape pulp, making it a very strong liquor. Look, I admire those who can handle it. This stuff is strong, man. It's like Zulu in a glass. It goes crazy, guy. He brought another and I hadn't finished mine. He's in a good mood. Sir, you're in a good mood. I'm swapping this for water. He won't notice. So, a toast, everyone. A toast. Cheers, guys, to Georgia, to Georgia. Go, 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 go. Hey, then he'll go. So the first is to throw up, then it's... What's your favorite wine, white or white? White, white. I really like white wine. I already like them because I also love white wine. Thank you very much for visiting, and thank you very much for always being here. Thank you. You are nice, sir. May there always be a full cup of wine, and if you decide to come back here, he will gladly welcome us again. with a full cup once more. We will definitely come back, thank you very much. This horn is wonderful. He recommends that anyone who wants to come back in September, which is harvest season, should do so. The harvest is really cool, very nice, right? Us? Besides having a unique experience, we can support and encourage the locals. This way, they can keep on living, making their art, and encouraging their roots. Through tourism is also very important in this region. So they are like, let's harvest this here. It's a mountain goat horn, the famous horn that they drink from. The idea is that you don't put it on the table, that's why it has this shape. You have to finish your drink completely. Some horns can hold 1 or 2 liters depending on their size. This one holds about 1 or 2 glasses, not much. No, Estevam, you're drinking for us. I will, just not on camera. Fine, I'll drink, but I won't film it. Seriously, I'm going over there, don't follow me. Where is it? People are judging me. I'm not going, but I have to follow tradition, right? I'm going to post it on Instagram then. I'm not going to post it on YouTube. No, I'll leave this moment for Instagram for you, okay? Did it happen? Did it not happen? Follow on Instagram to find out. I'm in love with this little old lady. Seriously, the most beautiful thing is the face of the Soviet lady with the Louis Vuitton dress. It's such a contrast, really crazy. Coming here is really interesting. Desserts will also be their fruits here. Come on, Estevam, psychotechnical test here. Oh wow, is this radish? Thank you. I'm amazed it filled everything up. Lying too much. Not always a gaucho, but always a gaucho. Hey, until the end, turn the horn. A great warrior, they said. Hey, Rodrigo, he represents. You see, look, boy, oh boy. Bravo, 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 bravo. Bye. Thank you very much, guys. And this, travelers, was one of those days when I remembered that traveling was never about places, but always about people. We continue traveling through Georgia's countryside. The scenery here is really beautiful. Seriously, what a gorgeous place. And I keep venturing even further into the countryside of this country more. This here is going to be my little house in the countryside of Georgia. Let me play a classic too, like the hotel name in Tbilisi. I'll spend the night by my window. See, this is the Caucasus. If I were in Chile, it would be the Andes, but here, it's the Caucasus. Tomorrow, I'm going to visit the house where Stalin was born. Stalin, he is seen here by many people as a hero, and by others as a great abuser, as someone who was very bad for humanity. I really want to bring you some facts here so you can make your own analysis. I think that as an influencer, it's much more important than me telling you what I think and what I'm thinking. I don't want you to think like me or have the same opinion as me. I want you to see the facts, see the world, and draw your own conclusions. I say this not just here, but everywhere I go. You know, whether I go to the United States, whether I go to New York, to Alcatraz prison, to Chernobyl in Ukraine, or to Sydney in Australia, it doesn't matter where I go, what the system is, or what history happened in the place I went to. I always like to share different points of view with you so that you can have your own, because that's very important. Nowadays, a lot of people end up not thinking or reflecting. People see an article, see a headline, and they just repeat what they read. They only say what they heard. And you, traveler, you who watch Estevam around the world, you really see the world. The next video will be a very complete and intense video about the history of the Soviet Union, about Stalin. So you can better understand what happened, who Stalin was and what he did, why so many people in the Soviet Union hate him, why so many people love him, why people are so divided, but that's all for the next video. Now I'm going to sleep, and if you're enjoying my content about the Caucasus, leave a like. If you want to support my work, click on Become a Member. When you become a channel member, you really help our community grow, and you show appreciation, not just for me, but for my whole team that does this work. Reaching you, your home, your phone, thank you. Travelers, thank you for being with me so far, and never forget that you are amazing human beings. You can get wherever you want. Look, you can see the shadow of my camera here. For those who ask, I'm using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 in this video. Bye, travelers.